Problems at KTM. Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly. No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine and Jorge Prado. No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. We got some ruts to look through today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. KTM, welcome to the swimming pool. You know, this is not looking really good. I was just thinking about this one, and at first I'm like, well, let's put Chase Sexton in the swimming pool, but you can't put Chase in the swimming pool without putting KTM in the swimming pool with him, because this is all coming back to really more issues for KTM. I mean, it's getting really, really, I hate to say it, they got an uphill battle. For sure. I mean, AP.
Yeehaw, what's up, Walty? This is all jacked up, bro. I'm tired from riding this orange pumpkin. This thing's kind of a ticking time bomb, bro. I can see why Chase decided to sit this baby out, bro. I don't even know when I'm coming back, dude. It ain't no fun.
He basically, something's going on with him. Can you blame the bike? Probably not. Is it a coincidence? Maybe not. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Jump into the comments and light it up in there. Bring your tear-offs in an open face. Let the roost fly, because your guess is as good as mine. But, I mean, you got to put two and two together. So, and you got Julian Beaumer. I mean, he ragdolled on the thing. You got Tom Vial. He's decided he had an offer to stay. He had probably a really good offer to stay. I mean, the dude was winning championships. He's like, no, I think I'm good. And he sat out motos because of the bike. And then Chase. Chase is just a good dude, right? It's hard not to cheer for Chase. He's a good dude. He went out there and gave it the college try once again, even though clearly the thing was having bike issues. Clearly something's going on. Now, this is kind of case in point. One of the things that we talk about here is that, the bikes now are getting so overdeveloped. I mean, they're just becoming like under a microscope. So anything can go wrong with these bikes these days, And the more you venture outside the lines with trying to, find performance parts, the more risk you're taking. That's like with Eli. He's like, nope, just give me all the power the bike has available. I'll control how much power I want this thing to have. Or other guys are like, no, tame it down. It's too gnarly. But that's the waters that KTM's swimming in. They are swimming in such deep waters right now that they're looking at George Prado to come over and ride that bike. I mean, that's desperation time, right?
If I don't get good results on the KTM, Walty, I'm just going to throw them under the bus the way I threw Cowie.
That is now, hey, KTM, I mean, we like a Cinderella story, we like a comeback story. We love to see you're going to get Tomac over there, probably Prado, right? You're going to have Juju, probably on the 250s. I can't remember if at the time of this video who's slated to ride, if anybody's going to even ride the 250. If you're going to get another 250 rider, I would imagine you would. You'll probably steal one away from another team. Maybe, I don't know. But the reality is this. Chase Sexton, if Danger Boy is like, hey, I'm a game time decision for MX of Nations coming off of surgery, you'd think Chase, I think his ego is bruised more than his melon, as if I had to guess. In fact, if you're new, subscribe right away. Never been a more important time in moto history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people where iron can sharpen iron. We're going to sharpen a little iron today because we asked it at the community page of the Walty Wanderers YouTube channel. Is Chase not racing because he's hurt? Or is he not racing because of the bike? I mean, come on, man. Chase. Dude, I mean, we know you unfollowed KTM, so you got to think bike, right? But at the time of this video, we're going to cut over to the polling here in a minute and see what the polling reveals, which will be revealing, and possibly even take a lap around some of the comments, because that's always fun. No other channels do it, but they do here. So like I said, get subscribed, jump in. Best bench racing in moto happening right here at this channel. But you have to guess at this point, he's unfollowed KTM. He's announced he won't be racing, and he's got the perfect excuse to do it because that hit he took at Super Duper.
Dang, this sucks, Walty. I'm going to unfollow KTM on Instagram the second I get back to the truck.
was gnarly. Like, that was probably one of the gnarliest hits I've seen him take. And if it was anybody else, that dude's built like a brick house. If that was the Wonder Boy, the Chosen One, the Moto Messiah, or anybody else with that's not built like Chase Sexton, you ain't getting up from that one with just a concussion. I can promise you that. So Chase is just like, And I'm sure Cowie has to be bummed. Because they're like, dude, now you're giving us a compromised Chase who we just paid a bunch of clams. And, who's to say that it's not going to happen over at Cowie? It probably will. It's Moto, Gladiator Games, Bloodsport, Evil Knievel stuff.
Las Vegas, Nevada. The injuries at Caesar's Palace are shocking. Evil Knievel breaks over 40 bones and is in a coma for 30 days.
It's not if you're going to crash, it's just when and how gnarly. And at this level, the gnarliness is off the Richter scale for sure. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump over to the community page, take a look at some polling, take a lap around some of your comments, then we're going to meet back here, wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, throw on an open face and a fresh pair of tear-offs because the roost is about to fly. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, why did Chase really pull out of MX of Nations? 52% of you said he don't trust that bike, bro, while 48% of you said he's hurt too bad, Walty. He rung his bell, my dog. Well, quite possibly at the time of this recording, that's our polling, but I have a feeling it's probably changing. So jump over there and check and jump into the comments. In fact, let's go ahead and take a lap around some of your comments now. First up the starting gate, rocking his open face on his 1972 Hodaka. And he comes in with, that was a rough-looking Indo. And at his age, where stuff hurts a little more and takes a little longer to heal, when you Indo like that at 15 years old, you bounce up and keep going. If the bike's okay. Boom, and there it is there. But this is the big leagues now, bro. It ain't looking pretty out there. Thanks for the comment. Let's see who's up next. G Nizzit pulls a fresh tear off, grabs a handful, goes flying by with, I'm saying both, my guy, but I'm leaning more so with trust issues because the fastest I've seen Chase go all season was when he unfollowed KTM. Boom, and there it is there. My boy was lightning quick that day. Thanks for the comment, my brother. Let's see who's up next. Daniel Baker clicks gears and goes flying by in his open face and comes in with, I would venture to say a little of both, Walty. He sure as shiz ain't gonna touch that KTM again, that's for sure. Boom, you can take that to the bank, my brother. Thanks for the comment. Let's see who's up next. But certainly not least, Big Ram crosses the finish line, lights the candles, gets the Bubba neck burn, and comes in with, wants to be healthy enough to test the Cowie in a few weeks. Boom, and there it is there. But Cowie has to be sweating bullets, that's for sure. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling and left a comment. Make sure you guys jump in there and read the rest. But make sure you bring a fresh pair of tear-offs because the roost tends to fly. Now let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. So like I said, before we cut over, I didn't really know the results. But if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, Bubba, which I'm not, calculated risk all day long. That's what you do when you ride moto. Calculated risk, right? My guess it's the bike. The bike is what is really going on here. Sure, I would imagine the concussion is more than a reason enough to sit this one out, to sit out as long as you want. If he's smart, take the whole offseason off. Don't even do any offseason stuff. I don't even know. I haven't seen any announcement or plans of him even doing it. My guess is we won't see Chase till Anaheim 1. And that's probably not a horrible idea at this point. Because, as long as the Chosen One, the Moto Messiah, the Anointed One, the Alien, the Gazelle, known as Jet Lawrence, is on the track. I mean, why? Just why at this point? I mean, until somebody can get in there and beat Jet, everybody else is already mentally beat before they got there. Now, not to say that these guys don't want to beat Jet, and they maybe still think they, at the right time, given night, planets are aligned, they're feeling the flow, the track suits them to perfection, and the Wonder Boy doesn't get a start or has a tip over or something. maybe just head to head, you get lucky and beat them. Why would you? The only reason you're racing off-season events, cha-ching, money. Money. It used to be, yeah, get some gate drops, get ready for A1. Get gate drops, get ready for A1. Get gate drops, get ready for... Not anymore. It's all about getting paid. And it's saturated out there. We used to have one overseas race and one money race in the U.S. That's it. Supercross, motocross. But of course, now we're trying to grow the sport with all the new populists that we have taken into the country, televising it on Telemundo and calling it ball sports and inviting people that we don't even know what they do to be guests at the broadcast to cross-market this thing. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. There's shark-infested Chase Sexton, KTM. Welcome to the swimming pool. In your wake, you're going to bring Kawasaki along for the ride. KTM, you've decimated. Your entire field is out. Chase, done. Plessinger, done. Juju, done. Vial, gone. It's not looking good, man. And it was all, I hate to say it because it is your fault, but this was all crisis-driven. When you guys mismanaged internally that company based on euphoric-stimulated sales that were a blip on the radar and didn't play the long game, that's when everything seemed to have started. But in the meantime, Walter will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, or simply reach out to Walty Wanders MX on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.